Joining us, I'm Jessica Bowman. South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem in Siouxland today. She made a stop in Dakota Dunes as the Siouxland area received an award for economic development for the fourth year in a row. During her visit, the governor faced questions about the soon-to-be empty corporate headquarters of Tyson Foods that was based in the Dunes before moving its operations. KTIV's Matt Hoffman has more on her visit.
Accepting an economic award on Wednesday, Governor Kristi Noem bragged about the Siouxland area, emphasizing job and population growth. The Sioux City Metropolitan Statistical Area, which incorporates communities in all three Siouxland states, won the top spot for economic development for cities of its size. The award given out by the Site Selection magazine.
In probably 10-15 years, we've wanted to recruit these types of businesses that are now paying attention. They've recognized the assets that we've had, but we've also recognized the people that live here and how much they really want to grow this community.
Noem acknowledged that Tyson Foods moved its corporate headquarters from right here in the Dakota Dunes, but she says the Siouxland area is well positioned for further economic growth in the future.
So my hope is that my Department of Labor in the state of South Dakota can coordinate with them, that their families can stay with us and continue to thrive, even though Tyson has made a decision that we feel like is the wrong decision for their company, but definitely the wrong decision for our state.
In a previous statement, Tyson said it was not leaving the Dunes because of economic conditions, but because it wishes to centralize its headquarters in Arkansas. In Dakota Dunes, South Dakota, Matt Hoffman, KTIV News 4.
Siouxland Chamber of Commerce President Chris McGowan says he hopes a corporate airline company will take over the former Tyson corporate headquarters building at the Dunes. During Governor Noem's stop today, she said she's spoken with an airline corporate executive about relocating its operations to South Dakota, but would not announce the company name or give specifics. As for McGowan, he says he welcomes the idea.
We're certainly going to work on it. Governor Noem mentioned that she was having conversations with senior executives in the aviation industry, and I would love the opportunity to work with the governor of South Dakota on bringing an aviation company to Dakota Dunes, North Sioux City.
Again, no confirmation as to if and when the building will be used by another company.